Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. To the cosmic consciousness, family, and soul tribe. One time for those who came before us. One time for those who gonna come after. Peace and power to the tribe. I ain't gonna be long. I just came to share some things I was thinking about, in case somebody else was thinking about them too. The thoughts came from somewhere, maybe you. We do know how we live is how we gonna die, right? And it's a lot of layers to that. But we do know how we live is how we gonna die. How we gonna transition. For those who don't like that word die, or get spooked when death is part of the topic. See, I made enough mistakes in my life to know. I also made many corrections. See, how you live is how you gonna die. But what am I saying? What does Sabu mean by that? What do Sabu mean by that? See, some of us only came through the human to see how the human would treat us. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Some of us only incarnated through the human being to see how human beings would treat us. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful about the spaces that we create and how we interact in these spaces that we are creating. Because ain't nobody else's fault. And wherever we find ourselves at, when we find ourselves somewhere we don't want to find ourselves, aka going through something that we don't like, that we're going through. And for all our lives, we've been not liking the things that we don't like, that we have to go through. We love the things that's beneficial that we have to go through. But those are things that don't give us no lessons. It's only the uncomfortable moments, you know, the uncomfortable moments that we glean lifelong insights, wisdoms, initiations. How you live is how you gonna die. Why do I say that? Because I said it's levels, it's layers, and levels in the layers and levels. But I have a question for us, a reflection of how we live and how we transit. Because nobody expected me to be this person either. But I make it an intention. I make it my motive. I make it my obligation to get stronger every day that I get up. That means I have to do something. That means I have to stay aware of something. Y'all walking with me? How you live is how you gonna die. Energy, frequency, and vibration. But every day I get stronger. Every day we get weaker. We get stronger. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Some won't be able to resonate with that. But every day we get weaker, we get stronger. So why most people go all out for their clothing, for their shoes, for eyeglasses, for timepieces, aka watches, for alcohol, for their marijuana, for their automobile, for their house, for their apartments, for their little projects. Y'all seen some of the projects? Some of the projects may look like they supposed to be in Beverly Hills, let alone what might be parked out in front of them. I'm speaking to mentalities. Walk with me. The uncomfortable conversations. Just to say they got it, just to say we did it. Forever driving ourselves and feeding ourselves off the ego. We're gonna speak to this type of person today. Cause I used to be that type. I was on that type of vibe. I can't say I was that type of person, but I know the vibe. Especially with entertainment, with music, with media. My point is, we go all out for those things that I previously mentioned. But why are we so cheap when it comes to the food that we're willing to put in our body? We cheap when it comes to the food. I ain't saying me personally, but I'm not better than the collective. So I'm gonna present it in a way that the collective can digest it, as well as those who want to digest it individually, because the individual got to digest it first, you know, to be able to digest it as a whole. But why we cheap when it comes to the food that we buy? What kind of food that we put in our body? And you can call out the fanciest restaurant that you want. If that don't mean they give you the you know, the top chain ingredients and what they serve you. Because everybody not eating real food. You know, everybody not eating real food. A lot of people eat processed every day, knowingly. And my point is, after 20, 30, 40 years in some case of bad eating, of bad habits, or nothing at all, based on what's in it, what the stuff made of that we put in us. It's no wonder disease, sickness, and illness in all forms lead to death. And death won't go out of business because of disease, sickness, and illness. So, what's my point? My point is, if we sacrifice some of the things, you know, if it can't be a money situation, because like I say, we'll go all out for our clothes, eyeglasses, watches, cars. So it can't be a money thing. So my point is, for those who waiting for the point, you could pay now or you could pay later. It's that simple. That's my point. You could pay now, you could pay later. Call me a hater, call me what you want. But I bet you this. I bet you at 52, you want to be as healthy as I am and look good as I am, aura glowing like a rainbow. You hear me? So forth and so on. So you can pay now or you can pay later. I know food is high, if you want to call it that, but ain't nothing more expensive than what I'm willing to pay for what I put in my body today, because I want to live as long as I can live, and I want to be as healthy as I could be while I'm living. And while I'm living, I want to be as jubilant and happy while I'm doing it. So, I hope y'all listening. Only word from the heart can reach the heart. So you can pay now or you can pay later. Thanks for the likes, unlikes, shares. Share the message, help it resonate through the algorithm. Somebody else need to hear this. You know, if it trigger you, I'm glad, because you need to eat a little healthy, buy some fruit, you know, something that you don't put in your kitchen. Buy something healthy tomorrow when you go to the store, whatever. And I appreciate y'all. Salud.